Jonathan, who is this masked stranger recording with us? I don't recognize him at all.
I don't know, man.
It is definitely not Don Alejandro, I will tell you that.
Oh, he said he's not Don Alejandro, so it can't be
I am
him.
not Don Alejandro.
I say, mark that name off my list. Listeners, you are really missing it. Let me tell you.
Yes.
Our third chair here, not only is he wearing the domino mask, but he is also wearing a blue Survivor headband.
Close enough.
And by the way, his eye holes are all fucked up.
They are way too big.
You're seeing way too much eye here. I got to put the black makeup on. Be right back, guys. No,
All right, let's hit it.
Here we are.
Oh, man, it comes with no pleasure that I say that we are on the 8th and final cut of The Mask of Zorro. Just a truly great movie we've enjoyed the entire time. I'm Jonathan. Welcome to Sword Boys. We're here with my co-hosts, both. I'm not going to say it this time. Let's see what happens.
Are we being introduced?
That's right. I am Rick. And
And I am Zorro.
and Robin is Zorro.
And wait. Don't say who's Robin?
Oh, sorry.
No, see,
Robin is my butler.
Zorro, in quotations, is going to drop a series of hints over the course of the episode before finally revealing who he is.
Yes.
No, you're making it worse. The mask is getting worse. And now the things down in your eyes, you're the worst Zorro.
Just constantly futzing with it. Like
This is Legend of Zorro stuff. This is not even Mask of Zorro stuff. Okay.
All right.
I'm just leaving it.
Anyway.
Cool. You look great.
Yeah, so
We're
this
doing it
is
live.
so this is cut 8 of The Mask of Zorro. It's 1 hour, 52 minutes to 2 hours, 17 minutes. Just, start when they go to the mine, go to the end. Begins with Montero prepping to take the gold and destroy the mine, and ends with the credits featuring a duet between Mark Anthony and Tina Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Tina Arena.
Oh, yeah. Famous
Tina Arena.
Australian singer Tina Arena, who we all know.
Of course.
This is our Sweet Haven set. This is our huge mining set that probably bankrupted the whole movie. This whole set, the explosion at the end is so big. I mean, it's so big.
The explosion is big, but also like the fact that they light half of it on fire for a solid
it's downright
5-10
irresponsible.
minutes.
That's my notes for this.
OSHA is going to be all over this at some point.
Yeah. I mean, even just the rescue is irresponsible, I think.
Yes.
It's like, start a fire, and I don't know. I know there's explosives everywhere, but I got a vengeance quest to fulfill.
So what's happening is they are taking the gold, because the plan is take the gold away from here, blow up the place, blow up the workers, no trace. We now have the gold. We can go sell Santa Ana and buy California.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Did you say no 3 in Spanish?
Yes.
Espanol?
Okay, despite the fact that this place is about to go up in smoke, there is still so much activity that is not loading gold onto carts. They could have 2 or 3 lines of, conveyor belt passing. But
they're not doing this efficiently.
Like, there are still people digging. There are still people running giant
Why are there
millstones.
people digging?
Yeah.
Stop digging.
We're done digging.
This is bad management. Look, just from a middle management kind of thing, this is bad management.
We got a bunch of Miltons here as slaves, just like, I'm just going to be here doing my job. Don't bother me.
When the guy in charge is spending all of his time with his arms draped over his pile of gold, just kind of rubbing his hands over it, it's like,
I love gold.
I love gold.
Hey, gotta shout out the glove game in this movie. Again, his gloves look nice.
Very nice gloves.
Yeah.
What's less nice is these goons that are rolling out the fuses. They are laying fuses across rail lines where mine carts roll. I don't know about the cut resistance of fuses back in the 1840s, but I feel like one errant mine cart is going to completely lop off that section of fuse. Not that I want it to explode. I'm just saying it's irresponsible and poorly
Rick's
planned.
on the side of the man. Rick is a known bootlicker, and he feels that this is they earned this. They
I want
this.
things to run efficiently.
Yeah.
When possible.
My note for this part is that they're laying down fuse line. They're about to lock all these slaves up. Yet there's a guard yelling for water for one that's fallen. I mean,
Who gives a shit? Yeah.
We're gonna blow him up anyway. Just leave him.
And of course, the guy that brings him his water in his thing. It's yet another thing. Another Zorro the Gay
Parallel
Blade
beginning?
reference is he's dressed like a priest.
Yep. And this is the exact same thing that Don Diego did back in cut 1 to a young Alejandro. And now Alejandro gets to go into Don Diego's closet, pull out that old monk's robe.
Yep.
Probably smells terrible.
Oh, you think he has that? That's one of his in the cave of the fox's den. There is there's a Zorro costume kind of set up like Batman, like with lights around it, and then to the right is a monk outfit, and to the left is his owl outfit.
Yeah. He's got a lever, and it kind of like
mustache.
there's a conveyor belt of clothing, except it's not a conveyor belt. It's a series of like workers who are passing one outfit to the other.
It would have been a
also,
lot better. It would have been a lot better if when he goes to his Alejandro section, when he takes off his mustache, he like puts it on a little dummy, but he also takes off his eyebrows. Like everything is actually fake on his face.
Okay, this is perfect timing for me to mention this. Cut 8. I'm looking at this scene where he's going shh, right? And I'm now like realizing for some reason that Don Alejandro disguise had the mustache, but Zorro is clean shaven. Why am I just getting this now? It's always the mustache is the mistake.
6 times.
I know, but
What's wrong with you?
I, as my girlfriend said, you're still doing that movie?
You know what? My wife said the same thing, and I'm like, it's a normal amount of.
We're moving on. I mean,
6 to 8 cuts. And I mean, unless it's a 4-hour movie, then we do 10. What's random about this metric? It's so easy to follow.
It's 1-to-1.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, and here's our first oopsie of the movie, a real goof, if you will. Colonel Love uses his gun to shoot the fuse, and it starts on fire. You can't do this.
This is going to cause so many problems come 4th of July.
Yeah, you can't.
Just a bunch of good old boys trying to shoot the fuses on their fireworks.
You can't shoot a fuse, especially in the 1850s. Maybe if you had the fuse next to the musket, like the mouth of it, like when it goes off, or maybe near the trigger where the actual explosion happens, maybe. But no, not happening. Not happening.
We see Elena using a musket to shoot locks. Is that
yes
okay?
You can shoot locks. That's okay. Right. Everything Elena does in this movie is wonderful, and don't ever critique her again. Don't ever critique her.
Elena is faultless. She is without fault.
She is awesome.
There's an odd moment here when he shoots it. We see Montero at the top, and he's armed. He's ready with the sword. I think that's kind of, the gleaming sword is just hanging off.
It's kind of waving around in the wind too. It's a little
just
loose.
flopping.
He got his floppy sword on,
and he waves to Captain Love, and then we cut to Love, and there's just like no acknowledgement of the wave. He's not like looking up and giving a nod. He just immediately like he's looking down and he's shooting the fuses or so. It's just weird. It's like, did he? And also, he checks the time. It's 10:53 a.m. according to.
Is something happening at 11? What's happening at 11?
He's got a brunch.
Everybody dies at 11. I don't know. Maybe they're meeting Santa Ana at noon.
I think that was the deal. They are specifically meeting Santa Ana at noon for the trade-off. So I think that was one of the things that they discussed when Don Luis was taking the letter away.
Yeah. It's like they're not even going to blow up just the men. They're blowing up the women. They're blowing up the children. And none of them said, hey, why are they installing these large cages in our mine? Like, what are those for?
You're right,
you don't
Robin.
think they
it
sleep
is the
in
fault
those?
of the workers.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would have quit. Why didn't they quit?
Yeah, they should quit. You should quit this job.
Okay, my next note is, we're on Love still. Did you guys see his saddle? I have not noticed his saddle before.
Oh, his leopard print saddle?
Oh, it is one sassy saddle.
Let me tell you, it is a New Jersey dream. Let me tell you. Well, maybe not New Jersey. Maybe Staten Island.
Yeah,
you think his mom's from?
born in
This is what we're
Staten
learning. His you seem like you were born in Staten Island. Look at you right now. Now.
Yeah. Well, what's wrong with me?
But yeah, it's got a very, hey, let's put plastic on the couch kind of vibe.
Yeah. There should have been a plastic lining over that saddle.
Over the
It'd been
horse.
perfect. And every time he gets off the horse, it just this huge squeak.
Yep.
Crinkle.
He's looking at his watch because he's got a hair appointment and he's going to get his nails done.
Yeah. I mean, Love definitely gets his hair done. I wish he had bangs. He needs big bangs. Other than the bangs that he carries around in his pockets that shoot bang bang. Those are big bangs. Those are bang bangs.
Yeah.
He has bangs. But yeah, this is where two, I guess, guards notice Zorro. And so this is where Love made a mistake. He said, stay here.
Exactly. Why?
He loves telling his guys to stay behind. He did it with Three Finger Jack.
More people shooting at him. I don't know. I got this. No, you don't.
No, you don't. Why not? And also, you throw your gun down. You have a gun. You bring a gun to a sword fight, and you could have won. And you throw it down because you want to fight, Zorro. Yeah. So yeah, Zorro is running around causing mischief. He's getting shot at by Don Raphael. He's getting shot at by goons. The goons that weren't told specifically not to come with Colonel Love. And he uses a ladder to kind of slow down this water-based pulley system.
It's right here where the goons are like, guns are too easy. We can easily shoot him from the ground, but no, we got to get our swords out and climb this thing. Like
our swords out and fight
it's only Zorro.
Yeah, someone known for swords. Like, yeah.
I would be shooting like crazy. I'd be scared to duel him.
I'm not going up there. I'm going to stay back here and shoot and snipe at him. You guys, and one guy didn't even take a sword. He takes a knife.
And it's just like, it's such like they're giving the excuse of, okay, Zorro's able to run around because these guys, like Montero even is like, oh, this is the time when I have to load my gun now while he's out in the open.
And why is Don Raphael, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is Don Raphael using powder? Aren't we past putting powder in? He's shooting it like a musket.
Love uses cartridges through this entire movie, and Don Raphael is like, well, I only have a muzzle loader. It's
I like the old
borrow
days.
some cartridges, man.
You have to sit there and jam it down, put the wadding in, and
he just loves the process.
Yeah, you know how it is. I understand that. And finally, he's about to shoot. He's about to shoot Alejandro because he's whipping his sword around, doing great things, killing tons of extras. And Don Diego de la Vega comes in and saves his life. And
we thought he was done. We thought he wasn't going to be a hero anymore.
We're going to have two Zorros.
Yay.
What's interesting here is Montero goes de la Vega, and then Diego goes Raphael. It's like, oh no, I know you personally. We're not on a last name. We're on a first name basis. You killed my wife, and now I'm coming for you.
At first, I thought when Zorro jumps up on that log flume ride and log flumes those two dudes, I thought, oh well, that wouldn't kill you. You just land at the bottom and be annoyed. No, they fall off a 15.
I was about to say,
the cliff.
It depends on the bottom that you're landing on.
They're dead.
That's going to determine.
Yeah.
Sound design, my favorite. I don't know if it's going to pick it up, but the whistling as they're going down.
We'll get back to sound design later in the
There's a bit of it, yeah.
There's a lot of sound design in this whole episode.
It's another reminder for the kids. Don't climb up the slide.
Yeah.
You go up the ladder and then you go down the slide. You don't go up the slide
because too hot to climb.
Water is going to flush you out.
We get two sword fights at once, which have we had a two sword fight movie where two epic sword fights are happening at the same time?
Oh, at the same time.
Oh
God.
We've seen so much shit.
Sure.
Has it happened where two? I mean, yes. I mean, it counts. Three Musketeers. They're always not. They're all fighting separately.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I was trying to.
Three Musketeers is so 2024 at this rate.
Yeah, but and when you think about it, let's think about it. Three Musketeers, like at one point, he doesn't have a sword. He's fighting the guy up on the roof. The guy up on the roof has a gun, not a sword. So that's not two sword fights. I guess it. I mean, main characters only using swords to fight because, like, I'm just going through it in my head. Like he fights, cut your heart out with a spoon. Him. He fights him.
Sheriff of Nottingham?
Rushloo. He fights him with a sword. But is there other sword fights going on at that time? Is Kiefer Sutherland also fighting with a sword at that point?
I mean,
there's a lot of people.
There are a lot of people fighting in the what do you call that thing? The yard.
Yeah, the big courtyard.
Yeah, the courtyard.
Yeah, the courtyard in the bit.
Yeah, when all the Musketeers.
I mean leads. I mean lead against lead. and second lead against second lead. I feel like this is our first like real. You're not fighting bullshit.
I'd have to agree with you.
Okay. All right, just making sure.
I'm not sure.
It's vague because I think Three Musketeers is probably the most. That's our most sword moment, other than the fight at the beginning of Highlander. From our first episode we ever did.
Oh yeah. Well, no one would fight McLeod,
right?
So it didn't really count.
But they're not. They're nobodies. They're a bunch of drunk Scotsmen. I'm not saying that it'd be racist. I'm saying that because they were actually drunk shooting that scene.
That's how you made movies back then.
Yeah, it's like the Mad Max way.
Pay him in beer.
Get him drunk. So yeah, this is our big Love fights Zorro. Love has a gun.
Yes.
Love throws his gun to the ground. He is going to fight him, and Don Diego de la Vega, and
Rafael Montero
and Rafael are going to fight each other. So great, awesome. They start this fight, and I was like, "Holy shit!" This gleaming sword move that they do with Zorro, and it's so good because they had to practice that a million. They probably had a light.
I got it. I got a trivia for that if you'd like.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. Tell
Robin,
me.
I want to hear about it.
Not CGI, suggested by Banderas on the day. He had to tilt the sword to catch the sun without breaking eye contact.
It's the sun?
And it only took 3 takes to get it right.
Really?
Yes,
Man,
that's really the sun.
is the best.
Or maybe it doesn't say, no, it says to catch the sun. So, okay, yeah. It's not like they pointed a light at it,
Oh, well, then that's impressive. I mean, obviously they shot this during the day,
Yeah.
But he holds the sword at a
Sniper
weird
day
angle.
shooting.
He holds it at a weird angle and moves it very weirdly. But it's so cool because it goes up the sword.
And I love, like, right after that, like, they're across from each other, and Love is throwing down his gun, and Zorro's just standing there. He's got this funny hand on his hip, kind of like, I'm waiting here, I've got style. I'm going to be posed in such a manner, and I don't know how much of that is play acting or sword training. Like, this is how you're supposed to stand to get ready. Or if it's just like, I'm Zorro, and Zorro does things like, this is like sassy, lean back on my hip,
It is sassy. I like it. Also, they're also fighting in 2 completely different styles. One fights with a cavalry sword, like he's more of a bog hacker. Mm-hmm. Whereas, he's using a sword with an actual edge. Whereas, I mean, I guess Zorro's sword does have an edge to it on the sides. You don't really see it that much. Like,
it's more about the point.
Yeah, it's more pointy.
I came up with an idea here, and I guess maybe my ego is so inflated, I feel like I could just make up things now.
Talking about new extreme sports this summer?
No, I'm talking about sword banter. Oh. This is sword banter. Cling, clang, cling, quip. Cling, clang, cling, quip back. Cling, clang, cling. That's sword banter. It's just like sword, and then a classic one-liner, and then sword, the response to the one-liner, and a one-liner to follow. So
Robin,
I love sword banter.
I love your 100% original, never done before in movie ideas. These are spectacular.
Rick,
they haven't been named. I'm helping.
When you make a video of this, you're going to have to use that. Who's the guy from Dune? Timothy Chalamet. When he's on SNL and he's playing that rap guy, he does one of his songs is cling, cling, cling. So you're going to have to put that in there. You go find it.
Nice.
He goes clang, clang, clang. So he's doing
Travis won't watch it.
So this is sword banter, is what you're saying.
Sword banter, yes.
I like that. The language of swords is this. I mean, this movie already has a sword banter because right before the gleaming sword, we get the and then the castanets.
Yes.
The little clickety clacks.
They've unleashed Horner.
Yes. Yes. So.
And Love asks, how would you like your remains displayed?
Actually, it's Zorro.
Oh, it's Zorro. Sorry.
Remember, we're for Zorro, Robin. I know this is confusing, but
usually
we're
rooting
not for Love. We don't.
This
want
is one of those
win.
situations where we are trying to be clever in the movie and like giving Love a hint of who is behind the Zorro mask without coming right out.
He knows.
And saying Marietta.
He knows who he is.
Yeah.
Because later on, he's going to give him an M on his face for Marietta.
Yeah. And then before he dies, he's actually going to rip the mask off.
Well, I wanted to ask you guys, like, that is a good question. Like, how would you like your remains displayed? Would you like your remains displayed? Like, I was just thinking Futurama, just head in a jar, hopefully still animated or brought back to life. Better preservatives than isopropyl alcohol. Really keep my skin looking, translucent as always.
I would like to be stuffed into some sort of action pose.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Whole
it is.
taxidermy.
Yeah. Taxidermy.
I would make sure you were holding a sword.
I was a little confused by this 1850s thing. Then he goes into the room with the fucking furnace, like a steam engine.
Just the random steam engine that he overloads. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, why is that even there? Like, well, one, why are you exploding it? What does it help? It actually fucks you up a little bit. Like, what was the point of blowing that part up?
Well, I have to wonder, like, what is the engine doing in the first place? Because they're running the crane on a water wheel.
Water, yeah.
Right. You know, they're not using the steam engine for any sort of like machine of industry that we can see.
And also, if you look at it would be minutes, let's say 7:51 when Don Diego is standing there. If you look above him, there is where the water would have been going onto the wheel. Where the fuck is this being pumped from? The sky? How does this aqueduct work? What is?
Oh, yeah, the big reservoir at the top of the mountain, obviously.
Yeah, but it's
just not
higher
seeing
than
it.
it's higher. They're at the top of the mountain, and the thing is another 40 feet in the air. I'm like, where is this going?
It's a really slow process. They're just catching rain up there.
If there's one thing we know about California is that there is water up high, and it always flows downhill.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a lot to this Sweet Haven style. A little house thing, little casa on the mesa, and they this is kind of where we get. I mean, it happened so fast. This whole fight scene because
It
Don
escalates,
Diego, Don Diego, deswords Raphael.
D-sword. Are you gonna
Trademark that? Yes, I trademarked deswording
D-sword.
someone.
I'm so glad we have a phrase for that now.
We can all do this.
There was no other word for it. So he deswords him, and he puts the sword up to him, and Elena's like, "No, don't kill him." Because Elena has
freaking Elena. I know Elena is blameless and perfect, and we all love Elena. But what the hell do you want? Why are you here? Like,
he did raise her and send her to Spanish college, so she feels a little obligation toward him.
it's just like her two dads are trying to kill each other.
I remember that. I remember that TV show, and this would have been a much sexier TV show if this was my two dads. If it was them raising Elena, I would watch that in a million years.
Who would play Montero and who would play Don Diego? I'm talking Greg.
They're played by the same people.
These actors, yeah.
No, they're played by the same people, Robin.
Oh, Stuart Wilson and Anthony Hopkinson.
I want these guys, and I want Raphael to be a slob, a bit of a slob, and Don Diego is a fussy, prissy man, and it would be I think
that'd be the opposite. I think.
You think Don Diego
lives in a curse?
No,
he lives in a cave.
Dude, yeah, Don
he
Diego
lives in a cave because his slob friend knocked over fucking fire in his last place.
Oh, okay. He's so messy. He's such a hot mess, that Montero.
No, of the two, to make a different TV show reference, Don Diego is the Charlie Sheen, Rafael Montero is the John Cryer.
Oh wow. Well,
I see Montero standing on a street corner, sticking his sword into a cigar and holding it up and going, and then you hear it, dun, 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 dun. No,
that's a 50-year-old reference. That should go over well.
Yeah, the kids.
I know they remade it at one point with the dude from Reno 911, but whatever.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But so Elena doesn't want him to kill him, and of course they pull the old, well, I now have a gun. Raphael has a gun. And he puts it up to Elena. And he's like, drop the sword. Of course, he just literally because, every time anyone tells him to disarm, he just drops the sword.
Mm-hmm. De-sword.
He de-swords himself. It's a self-disording.
Yes.
And and then he gets shot in the process. Elena knocks the gun out of the way, so it's just a glancing blow. It seems to be fatal, though. This seems to be the fatal blow, right? This is what kills him later.
Well, it's the gunshot, but it's also all the exertion because he is an old man.
I mean, let's be honest. It's the 1850s. The gunshot's not going to kill you. The infection will. So
right.
Yeah, that's true.
He's dead anyway. Just put a little sand in it. Don't put any sand in it, for love of God. Just leave me alone.
Would you guys like a couple of trivia for working with Hopkins and Wilson for this fight?
We've been doing this for 3 years, and you still ask permission to give.
I just don't want to jump right in.
Podcast is so weird. It's
all right,
so weird.
the first AD said they doubled Hopkins a lot, obviously because he's an elderly man. We do the old cowboy switch. You'd see the stuntman fly through the air and land behind a table, and then Anthony would pop up. He would give us the pose and dash off, and then everybody would just died laughing because it was absurd. I think he couldn't hold a smile and laugh. We had to cut it and do it again because it was so funny. It wasn't supposed to be what it was. And then they said about Stuart Wilson, he was having a tough time with the swords, and so Bob had to work a lot one-on-one with him, and he basically threw down the sword a couple of times because he just got so frustrated. But Bob was patient, and so he just worked at it, and yeah, they got it done. So, yep, couple working with a couple old guys. I like the old
guys not trained in any way for this sword fighting. That's a big ask. It's not like they send them to old man sword camp like they do, like Band of Brothers. Like they send them out for a month and make them be like soldiers for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't they have old man sword camp? Can you imagine like showing up to a nursing home with like just a basket full of swords to be like, all right, let's get swinging?
I mean, yeah, it could work.
I'm old enough. Both Robin and I can go to old man sword camp, no problem.
Yeah. All right, so Love. So Zorro is trapped between the blazing fire that he started. That's in danger of not only setting off all the explosives, but killing everybody around him.
Mm-hmm. Rocks in a hot place. Yes.
Yeah. But Love peeks out, and Zorro's missing, but then he drops down behind him. Did you miss me?
He does. He does love doing that.
Batman. He does a Batman.
Hello there.
Yep. And Elena notices that there's a giant fire and tons of slaves in jeopardy, and decides to start.
Save them.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know. I don't want to get political or anything like that, but I'm very uncomfortable with the sight of a bunch of Latino people locked in cages, and I don't think that should happen. And end of political talk. I don't like people in cages.
I'm in a mask. I can say this stuff without a problem. Trust me. I'm for the people.
No, people in masks are bad, Robin. You're on the wrong side again, as usual.
God damn, Zorro's Antifa.
Well, you can wear top masks. Top mask, good. Bottom mask, bad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And please, Zorro, if anything, he's anti-Mo, anti-Montero.
Yes.
Okay.
Anti-Mo.
You can't make that term up. That's not a good one.
So yeah, they do. It's actually a pretty good sword fight between both of them. The one with Love and Don Diego, or excuse me, Alejandro, is very good. Like I have no notes. The other one's more of a hacking job, and like Raphael is like trying to hack at the horses' stuff, like all the cinches that hold them.
Excuse me.
Oh, this is my last shot in the movie.
Listen, the horses get away safe. No horses are harmed in the exploding of this mine.
We're gonna go run up to wherever the hell his water's coming from in the sky.
Actually,
like
it said in the trivia, and I'm not going to ask permission, that in the stunts, apparently the fight between Montero versus actually it was versus Zorro, so it was a last cut, I believe. Someone got stabbed right in the cheek. Because they were going so fast, and the doctor on set was like, "Oh, we can quickly stitch it up," and the producer had to step in and is like, "No, this guy needs plastic surgery. This is his face," and so they sent this poor guy off, and he says, "I barely see the scar today."
Which guy was it?
I'm not sure. Somebody was stabbed in the cheek. His name was Tony.
His name was Tony.
His name was, it wasn't Tony Hopkins.
I was going to say, it was Tony Hopkins. He was dancing the marina.
Tony Angelotti, who did the stunts, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tony Angelotti. His aunt was the one that got the leopard print saddle.
My
blanket.
mom said, "Hey, you need a leopard print saddle? I got you covered. I got a guy. Yeah.
I took the ferry over to the city and went to the garment district.
If you're worried about the condition of it, is covered completely in plastic. It's not affected." Yeah.
So yeah, and then we go back to the fight with Love and Zorro. They jump on to where the last a pile of gold is. It's on one of those crazy. It's an old elevator, guys. This is an OG elevator, and they're on top of it fighting. And they do. His sword gets knocked away. Like he has no sword anymore. Love has a sword. He does the move where he like gets it over the top and disarms him, takes his own sword, and stabs Love in the chest.
Yeah, it's like an overhand slash, and then I guess he like hits the bottom of the sword. It pops out of his hand because like when you're holding the sword,
Yeah.
you don't expect someone to like smack the bottom of it and like disarm you that way.
But that's why it has to have the little grips that Robin invented. The little grips that keep the
See?
sword on your hand. Or
If you're fighting on top of an elevator,
one
you
of us
can lose your
invented it.
sword
I
at
don't
any
remember.
moment.
Listen, I'm just glad that the elevator didn't start rising uncontrollably, because then there would have been like those sharp spikes at the top, and then poor Emilio Estevez would have gotten stabbed again.
That's a different podcast.
Well, I would think Aerosmith to be a version would love this, but this version is love on the elevator.
Stabbed on an elevator.
Living it up when a thick cart goes down. And so yeah, now that so basically Zorro, I'm kind of sad that Zorro's last Zorro being Don Diego, Zorro's last move is not a sword move. It is a haha, your leg is caught in a bunch of horse shit, and the horse is like,
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah, that's how people die all the time. Horse related accidents. But yeah, he's in a car. The cart is like pulling forward. He's being dragged slowly over the
It's
edge.
a very Hans Gruber death right
Oh,
here.
it's good though. But
Yeah.
Alejandro uses his whip, gets off, and then they have a little meet cute between Raphael and Love on the way down.
Smashing meat.
Yes, because
There's a bit
gold is soft, but it's also extremely heavy. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the height of poetic irony that both Montero and Love are killed, crushed by the gold that they,
It
were
would've
gonna
been better.
use for their schemes.
it would have been better if Love had leaned backwards, like no, and then Raphael gets impaled on the same sword, and they're kind of like on the same sword.
Yeah.
and then they fall, and then they're crushed. But this is where we are.
there's a couple things we skip by. I want to say number one is the unmasking.
Yes.
I love it. Banderas is like, "Rrr," he's like so mad, and slashing the M on his cheek, and
An M is just a Z and a V next to each other.
yeah. At
I was
first I was
gonna say,
like, oh, he messed that up.
It's Z and then an extra line at the end.
Yeah, it's
to make it an M.
ZV. I don't know what the V is for, but victory. The Z is
Yeah.
for Zorro. The V is for victory.
Listen, I do like the return of the off-screen swishing that
Yeah.
Alejandro does, because that's exactly what we did when we saw the dress fall off. So Love should be glad that he didn't do the
that'd
off-screen
be good.
swishing and then his whole uniform falls off.
Red underwear, definitely a red underwear moment. Right
Oh,
there.
definitely a long, like a what is
Yes.
it? Like a miner, like
Yep.
like an old gold miner. Just a pair of boots and red.
Oh,
long
Love
johns.
was a miner on the inside all along.
First we mine.
So yeah, they
Oh,
kill
and-
them. They run over there. Elena's trying to get all the people out. She shoots 2 different locks. Great. She can't get the last lock. She's beating on it, and Zorro shows up. And did she not know that he was Alejandro? I mean, I guess she didn't really have time to think about it. She knew her dad was pretending to be the helper of this fop, but I guess she really never put together. Elena's very bad with mustaches. Okay?
She's got so much on her mind trying to figure out her dad's situation that she didn't really have the time to suss out the Alejandro situation.
She-
Yeah,
Look,
I guess so.
She
she's
just knew
Welsh.
that all of
She's
these
Welsh,
guys
so-
who look very similar to each other are all hitting on her at the same time. She's like, I don't know what's going on.
She's Welsh. She has kind of a blindness to Southern Californians, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's a bit of a racist. They get everybody out, and we get this big explosion from all of the fire. Thank goodness thank goodness they made it 19 miles long.
I have trivia. So they built that set completely, knowing that they'd blow it up when they were done. They actually had to blow it up a few times because they blew it up and they were like, not all the explosives went off. It's kind of like a Dark Knight situation.
That's a nightmare. Can you imagine when like only half your stuff goes up? You're like, what the fuck is is it in the state of gonna blow up? Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They finally had to
poke it
do
with
it
a
a third
stick.
time. The set was obliterated and shockwaves were felt from miles away.
I mean, the camera moves. The camera actually vibrates, and this isn't like
Yeah.
nowadays you would CG the camera and make it vibrate. This
Yeah.
fucking camera is like holy shit.
Oh, yes. These days, there's so much you would do with CG, like the amount of fire that is happening while, while Zorro and Love are doing their sword fight. Like, there's just huge flames behind them on the set. And I'm like, okay, I know that you can, like, rig up fire pipes and stuff like that. But the set is still made out of wood. like you're going to get to a point where it's like, okay, our set is starting to be very charred. We can only reset so many times.
Yeah.
Do it right the first time, guys. Thank you, please.
Or the fire is just far enough away where it's forced perspective and looks like it's on the set, and it's really just it's 10 feet behind it, just pipes flowing. Like, oh no, it's on fire. But then at one point, the whole thing is like on fire.
Yeah.
So this thing explodes and makes 3 distinct cat noises.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Right?
So this I have a comment from the sound editor, Dave McMoyler. He says, I won't say it's a sore subject, but it's something that if I had to do it again, I would try to minimize some of the animal sounds. What happened was I think there was some tiger growls and then a cougar growl. The thing is, when we were going through that, Martin, the director, he just loved them. He loved them. From my perspective, maybe a little too much because he wanted to play them louder than I would have preferred. Because
the third one's too much. The first 2 I actually don't mind, and they feel very part of it. The third one's like a wow. And I'm like, what? Come on.
The whole point is it's kind of like a painter. You don't want your brush strokes to show. I think the animal sounds were a little to my liking, too loud. But I can't argue with the results. People loved the mix, and kind of along the same line, he also fell in love with the red-tailed hawk, which you hear in pretty much every commercial ever made, and he loved it. We had it in a few strategic places, and Martin would say, hey, I need that bird. Give me the bird. So,
give me the bird.
Those 2 things for me, I wish we'd peeled back a little bit, but whatever. That's what Dave says. So.
But
not very happy with the end product.
A spectacular explosion. You're right, Rick. There's one explosion they do for fire. Then they do one for debris. Because there's one where just like there's just shit flying at the camera and you hear like whoosh, whoosh, a little bit of a growl. But it's pretty great. Like it's pretty, I mean, this is just air cannons full of refuse and stuff. And then you just blow up a bunch of things around it and then just have that shit shoot in the air. It was awesome.
And I'm assuming they wanted to do a walk away from the camera with explosions going off, but maybe that they said they wanted to shoot that, but that's when they realized all the explosives hadn't gone off yet. So they decided not to shoot that scene until later. So yeah, this is when they're both carrying a child. So you know that both of them love the kids and they're, soft hearts. It's a really cool shot, but what's strange is that the very next moment, they're suddenly back at the top of the cliff where Montero where Don Diego is, and it doesn't seem like anything's happened up here. There's no smoke rolling up. There's nothing. No. It's just completely fine up there.
Yeah.
It has all been washed away by the sky water from the aqueduct.
We called the sky water down.
Gosh. The first words out of Don Diego's mouth when we fade from the crowd walking away to up on the hill is he's lying there and he's like, is it finished? And I'm like, Don Diego, we barely passed the 2-hour mark. I know you want to beat traffic, but you got to hang out for just a little bit longer.
It's weird that he'd already put on his regular clothes again. Like he's not even in his Diego costume and he took off his wig. It's just him normal. And it's like, this is odd. But yeah, he was sad that he lost her, but he's never going to lose her again. And she's like, you'll never lose me again, father, and kisses his gross hands.
Yes. And he says, you're just like your mother. Same eyes and same mouth. Same spirit.
Mouth.
And that's when he decides to rip off Mr. Miyagi's dad. He brings, just like Sato and Miyagi together, he brings Elena and Alejandro together.
He makes them touch tips.
Mm-hmm. And apparently there's they didn't have it before, but they added a CGI tear onto Elena's cheek.
Oh, really?
I can't seem to find it, but
see it. It's so arid. It's hard to tell.
This was supposed to end with Alejandro and Elena meeting Santa Ana while walking away from the mine with all the rescue prisoners. And
I see a tear.
We were supposed to leave Diego behind, but they decided that his death was too depressing, and they wanted to have a better ending, which is what
we don't need Santa Ana in this fucking movie. No.
I love that actor, though. I'm sad. He was in Desperado. He's great. In that movie.
This movie is The Mask of Zorro, not Hey Santa Ana.
Hey Santa Ana, remember him?
Yeah, I mean the Santa Ana. You probably could like insert it into like between when Don Diego dies before we flash forward to however many months, years later. The trouble is there are lines from the deleted Santa Ana scene that make their way into what I just call in the epilogue when it's him and Elena putting the baby to bed. like I think the best line that I'm glad they kept was Elena talking about, you've worn so many faces. How am I going to pick one? And he's like, well, no matter who I was, I've always loved you.
Not always loved you. Zorro has always loved you.
Yeah.
Saying her father, him, and Alejandro are all three people, and they've all loved.
Yeah.
They've all loved her. Yeah, I like that. This is that we skipped over a little bit. The best part of the reason why Anthony Hopkins stayed on set for that last day, when he dies, she takes him to her bosom and basically lets him motorboat her at the end of the movie. And it's like, this is a pretty great way to end the movie.
Jonathan, that's not a motorboat. That's a death rattle.
Oh, well, he's death rattling, but he's got a smile on his face.
They also had him living is another ending where apparently Don Diego is now reading the story, is saying the story to his granddaughter now.
Okay.
And it's like a happy ending with that, but they decided.
No, I think it's good to have him to pass it on. Also, now you genetically he is still because they could be De La Vegas if they want to, like they could become, Alejandro doesn't have to be that. That's what I'm wondering. In the next movie, and we'll talk about this, are they the Murriettas? Is he Don Murrieta or is he Don Diego?
That's
or is
a really
he
good
Don
question.
Alejandro de la Vega?
Yeah, I don't remember
Because I don't know. The baby's very cute. They do a baby scene. He does the same thing that they did at the beginning of the movie where he fights with the flowers and he talks about being a hero and he rides off on Tornado, all that stuff.
Banderas is great here. He's so fun.
And I love the ending where he literally before we get to the stuff for the next movie, he literally gets there and he's like, I love you. And she's like, good night. Your father loves you. And then I just love his walking away to the fake sunrise that Rick has on his background right now. He walks into a matte painting of the sunrise or the sunset.
So I'm checking.
exactly.
I'm checking IMDb, and in the sequel, they do both use the De La Vega name.
Gotcha. Okay. So they have taken, but because they've probably taken on his land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he is now he is now the son of De La Vega, even though she's the daughter. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, that's fine.
Ask any questions about that family up in the mountain.
Yes.
I have a cave, I hear.
Do you think that's the same house that burned down? Did they rebuild?
It sure looks it.
The De La Vega house.
Even the crib seems to be the same crib, but
It's either that house or it's another house they use. It's called the De La Vacation house.
Without the Santa Ana scene, there's nothing to keep Alejandro from grabbing a bunch of dudes, going back to the mine and digging up those bars of
There's
gold.
a shit ton of gold, and all you have to do is dig for it, and there's only like 10 bodies. So
It's already been smelted into bricks.
yes.
I mean, you got to head to De La Vegas, baby. De La Vegas. You get nothing but money. Nothing but money.
he can finally put some windows into the fox's den.
Yeah.
Other than that weird opening at the top, he can cover that over. But so this movie kind of ends with him walking into the distance.
Yes.
Then the door closes as if the story's ending, and then we get a fun little, Batman and Robin ending where he walks out in front of the camera with the backlit, and he does the Z, and it's in red, and it's in fire, and it's over. I'm like, great.
I love the finality.
Yeah,
of the door
movie,
closing on the story.
The movie infers that he has not been Zorro in at least a year. That baby's not newborn, so it's been at least a year, maybe even longer. I mean, how long does it take to build a house in Southern California back in this time? Who knows? But with that much gold, I'm sure you can get everybody in the town. It'd be funny if you saw people from the town and they're all rich because they took all the money and gave it to them. And so it's like
found cash.
It's like 1,000 people, but they all have like $15 million. Yeah.
I mean, I imagine Santa Ana coming into town after all this and Alejandro going, okay, so I got a lot to tell you, a lot to catch up on, but all your money. I mean, yes, I'm kind of responsible for the explosion still happening because we could have just stopped the explosions and kept all your gold.
What would Santa Ana be doing at this point if he came there now? What would be his, he was told he was coming to be paid. Mm-hmm. Would they just go, no, those people they left with your money, those fuckers. Yeah. Is that what you say? That way it's not anybody's fault? Because I feel like Was Santa Anna a man of the people? I don't know a ton about.
Yeah. So this deleted scene, like Santa Anna rides up and he's like, "I'm Santa Anna," and Alejandro's
Hey, everybody!
I'm like, "I'm Santa Anna. Who are you guys?" And Alejandro's like, "We are your people, Presidente." He's like, "Oh, okay." So I have this map. So Zorro sent the map specifically to Santa Anna so that he could find the mine. So he was showing up to the mine ready to confront Montero, be like, "Bro, what is all of this?" And so in the deleted scene, Alejandro's like, "Well, Montero's dead." And Santa Anna's like, "That's very lucky for Montero that he died because I probably would have killed him."
Right.
So at this point, I feel like if we've deleted the scene where Santa Anna like shows up with the map and the implication is not that he received the map from Zorro, that means that the mine remained a mystery. So if the people want to go back and get some of that gold that they mined as slaves, I don't think there would be really anything to stop them unless there's a detail from the story that I'm missing.
I'm glad they excised Santa Anna, though, even though I love the actor. I just think that it's kind of mentioned in the beginning, and the villains kind of mention him every once in a while. It's just this outside threat that you're not even thinking about if you're kind of half watching the movie. At the end, I think I'd be confused. Be like, "Who's this guy again?"
Yeah, and especially with Alejandro going, somehow Santa Anna returned. He's just looking at everybody, just like, I guess we have to talk about Santa Anna now.
Yeah.
This is now a Santa Anna movie.
All right, so we get into this song, and I have something for that. From Tom Noble, the editor, he says, "The other thing I remember about the end of it was that Jamie Horner said, 'We need a song.' And of course, having done the song for Titanic, we thought, oh, well, I guess we can't argue with him because that was such a smash. We got to have a smash for Zorro." And I thought, well, is he going to get Celine Dion to do it? And he's like, and it's just these two unknown Sony artists that ended up on the soundtrack, and it's such a rubbish song. It really was. Oh, my God. Thank God the film is so good. To go out on that sort of dud is unfortunate. It's like the B-side of something.
Yeah. I mean, people who have lived through 1997, you remember how pervasive My Heart Will Go On was. You could not escape that song. And the fact that it was written, that the music and lyrics were by the same team that does the song at the end of this movie. First of all, the song title, "I Want to Spend My Lifetime Loving You," wrap it up. That's too long of a title.
Yeah.
I want to spend my lifetime and also things that I love loving you.
It's like, oh my God, guys, make it. I want to spend my life loving you, or I don't know. There's it's what's his face. It's who's it singing? It's
Mark Anthony.
Mark Anthony,
who was I feel like
He
Mark
was
Anthony
kind
was
of a
like the
soloist.
more.
he was a thing.
Yeah, there were a series of specifically Latin singers.
He's
in
considered
the late
extremely
90s.
famous in Latin music.
Yeah.
He used to be with J-Lo, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like Mark Anthony was like the more serious one, where Ricky Martin was just like the flamboyant one.
Except he's American. I mean, Mark Anthony's not. I mean, he's Latin, but he's not Latin. He's born in New York City.
New York
Latino.
City.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's born in Jersey and has leopard skin saddles.
Yeah. I don't think this song would have been saved if they'd gotten a better known female singer. Like Tina Arena, big Australian talent, no real purchase here in America.
No. That's one of those things where you're like, it's like sometimes with Canadian singers, you're like, I have no idea who this is. Like, oh, they're huge up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this song was released as a single in Europe. The duet reached number 3 in France, number 4 in the Netherlands, number 9 in Wallonia, which I know what goes in Wallonia goes everywhere. It also reached number 34 in Switzerland. So not
American, not charting at all, huh?
not chart in America, apparently. Not enough for them to notice it in the Wikipedia page, I guess.
Mark Anthony was rated 167 out of 200 of the greatest singers of all time. So he made the list of greatest singers.
Barely.
He sold 12 million albums. I mean, 12 million copies of an album. I mean, he's a person. He's not bad. Like I know him. If you're a Howard Stern fan, he sang a song like "Living like Viva la Musica." He sang some song like that, and at some point, someone got a recording of him singing it at a concert, but it was his track and not the track they play over it, because these guys don't always sing 100% of their song because they get tired.
Yeah.
And it was him singing, and it's like this horrible frayed mess of like for years I thought, oh, this guy has no talent. He's a talented singer. He's just exhausted. Also, he always looks like he's about to die. He is way too skinny. He's in need of a sandwich.
I think they learned the wrong lessons from My Heart Will Go On. My Heart, I feel like both this one and All for Love from Three Musketeers, they wanted to go with that idea. But the thing is with Titanic, that's mainly a love story. I mean, it's a love story in the middle of all this crazy shit that happens.
This isn't a love story.
This isn't a love story.
This is an
Three
action
Musketeers
movie.
is not a love story. Why are we singing love songs at the end?
I'm just saying, like the 90s were a magical time where you could do like pop songs.
Well, remember
attached
Robin
to
Hood
movies.
also
they
had
were
Robin
so
Hood
good
about it. Robin
That
Hood,
was good.
They kept squeezing it in though, that I
Yeah.
would die for you. Oh my God. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know that it's a cycle of people learning the wrong lesson. I mean, Prince of Thieves has a song by Bryan Adams. Cool, let's bring in Bryan Adams to sing with what was it? It was Sting and Rod Stewart for Musketeers. Didn't work. Oh, Celine Dion did a huge song for Titanic. Let's do a song for Mask of Zorro using the same lyricist.
Also, super
and composer.
confusing because they
Didn't
brought in
work.
3 singers to sing in the Three Musketeers. There are 4 people in. There are 4 Musketeers in Three Musketeers.
It's true. There are 4 Musketeers.
Let's say, bit of Cardassian torture right there.
I have one final bit of trivia here. It's more like a story for this movie before we wrap up. And if you guys got a bunch of other stuff, I'm not saying we should wrap up. But this is from John Escow, the writer. He says he met Catherine Zeta-Jones on the set, and he says, quote, "I'm telling you, I've never seen a woman as beautiful as her in that moment. It was dazzling, like Ava Gardner or Marilyn Monroe. It was just almost unreal how gorgeous she was." So it says he was introduced to her by a producer, the writer, right? And she leaned in and gave me a kiss, and I smelled this as if she wasn't already overwhelming enough. This perfume just suffused me. It was just incredible. And she whispered in my ear, "Hello, writer." And I thought, oh my God, my knees are going to give away, basically. And suddenly I heard my wife, who's very beautiful herself, off to the side saying, "And I'm his wife." I said, "Oh yeah, this is my wife, Val."
This is my ugly, stupid wife.
So the story goes on. He says later at a restaurant in Hollywood, after the movie comes out, he's told that Kirk Douglas is there too. And Kirk wanted to meet him. He's the writer for Mask of Zorro. And he says, quote, "To my complete bewilderment, Kirk Douglas stands up and grabs my head with both hands, pulls me in, and kisses me on the lips." I said,
"Hello, writer."
Yeah, exactly. I said, "I'm a little confused here." Kirk said with a trembling voice, "You got my son married." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Michael saw Catherine on the screen in that Mask of Zorro. He fell in love. He asked me to contact her, and now they're engaged." And he says, "And that was an amazing moment. You begin to realize the ramifications that a movie can have."
Aww.
So he got kissed by Catherine Zeta-Jones and Kirk Douglas.
Okay.
And Michael Douglas performed cunnilingus on him. So,
obviously.
got it pretty good.
Yes.
Both ends. Yeah. So as we all know, this movie, 7 years after its release, spawned a sequel. In the throes of the Pirates of the Caribbean era of movies, we got The Legend of Zorro. There are several people that were in the production team for Mask of Zorro that stuck around for Legend of Zorro. Obviously, Martin Campbell and Ted Elliott were the director and one of the writers on the Legend of Zorro. Other returning production staff include James Horner as the composer, Phil Mayhew as the cinematographer, Pam Dixon as the casting director, Cecilia Montiel as production designer, Ernie Merlin as art director, and Graciela Marzon as costume director. There are probably others in further down in the full lists of staff, but they actually did a really good job of taking the team that made this movie great and dragging them along to the sequel to hopefully try and make that great too. But according to the user reviews on IMDb, The Legend of Zorro loses a whole 0.8 points. Like Mask of Zorro 6.8, Legend of Zorro is a 6.0. They lost some points with the sequelitis here.
I'm really surprised that Martin Campbell signed on for the sequel because he usually launches things and then goes on to he launched Bond twice, but he didn't stick around for the second one.
I think the problem is they try to make it into a kid movie. Like the kid is in it a lot.
Yeah.
I remember watching it going, this fucking kid who's fine. It's fine. It's not his fault. But I'm like, I hate that this is a kid movie now and not whatever the hell it was, but it's a kid's movie now. But I literally mean there's a kid in it. You would never have a kid fighting like this.
I wonder if they were thinking of the Mummy Returns.
I think they were.
Yeah. So, this was a time of sequels. You know, you've got all your actors. They're all still hot as shit. Why not do another one?
Because like they saw that what the Mummy was able to do with like the whole put attractive people in an adventure movie thing that Mask of Zorro did. And then the Mummy Returns came out really fast. Like Mummy was 1999. Mummy Returns was 2001. So the Legend of Zorro folks were like, okay, legacy.
The Mummy Returns is a Star Wars movie because that dude has Jedi powers the whole movie. And I'm like, they don't know what they're doing. So yeah, this is one of those. We should get to the most important part. Does this get our sword?
Jeez.
All right.
Okay.
Now, Robin, let me check the movie list. Was this your pick? Yeah.
Yes.
No, this was my pick.
This is your pick.
I'm not sure if I did this one.
Yeah,
right,
Robin, you picked the next movie, so we'll get into that later.
What? But Robin, first, what is?
That's right.
Movie,
Yeah, duh.
I mean, he's dressed like Zorro.
I don't even know why you're calling me Robin.
Oh, sorry, Zorro. Excuse me. I apologize. Don Robin.
So I am here in his place to give his rating. Absolutely, this gets Zorro's sword. Absolutely, this movie is great, and I loved being reminded of its great. You know, you don't watch a movie for a while, and you get back to me, you're like, oh my god, this is exactly like what we're missing. You know, and like Steven Spielberg was saying, and the quote I read in the last cut, basically like, this is the end of an era. You know, we're not going to see horse stunts, you know, and wild sword fights where people are getting stabbed through the cheek and, you know, stuff like that. You know, this is the end of an era, and it's something I definitely miss. And I really enjoyed watching it with you guys for 8 months.
Yeah.
I also will give this movie many swords. I will give it a sword and a cougar saddle. And Elena's bosom.
Animal sounds.
It gets Elena's bosom.
Yes. It gets Don Diego's Pokemon collection.
I kiss this movie. I grab this movie by both sides of its face, of its face, and I kiss it right on the lips.
Hello, movie.
Hello, movie.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I was going to give this movie my sword from the beginning, from the jump, because I feel like we didn't get a awesome sword fight every single cut. But for the sheer amount of sword fighting that we got over the course of this movie, it was so incredibly satisfying.
It was Three Musketeers level, like sword fighting about every other cut.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sword banter, sword seduction.
Sword
seduction. All sorts of sword stuff here.
People got desorted.
Desorted, yes.
Desortification happened.
No loops, though. I mean, that's really what this movie's lacking.
I like that we liked it, but we usually read reviews. I'm going to read some reviews of people that hated it and gave it 1 star, and why they're insane.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Someone wrote an abomination.
Abomination? Like, what is the justification for that?
The reason all of these is because it's not Tyrone Power and not from 1940 or 50. I
love that movie too, but come on. Are you kidding me? It's like
I
50 years
strangely
later.
feel like they're mad that they actually put a Mexican American or a Spaniard or whatever like people of the culture in some of these American. I'm kind of like, well, one's Welsh and one's a British guy and the other guy's a British guy. I mean, they really didn't do that much. But he was like, it's an abomination. It was a high concept exercise in insanity. Okay, cool. Awful and foul. I enjoy that one.
Foul.
Remember back in the days when movies were good? Oh no, this person definitely did not mind them locking up those South Californians in those cages.
We should lock up more Californians in cages.
Yeah, basically. Awful. A very disappointing remake of an excellent series. Banderas' Zorro is rude and unpleasant.
What? He's joyful. He's buoyant. I don't know. God, you just love his vibe.
He's practically effervescent. Come on.
If you want a real swashbuckler, check out the recent Three Musketeers. I don't know. This is from 1998, so they're talking about the Disney one.
Yep, they are.
Yeah. Do you guys? I honestly, I mean, I loved the Disney Three Musketeers, but I think I enjoyed this one more. You know, there's just more. Banderas is just Fucking awesome.
How about boring? This movie is blindingly dumb. What? It's
maybe
not boring
they're blinded
at
by
all.
the glint of the sword.
It's not at all. Let's see. They also compare these action scenes to a Jackie Chan movie, so they didn't like
So it's
how
good?
nimble. So how nimble? Yeah, you just you made it sound like something bad. Jackie Chan movies are awesome. So a simply done movie and awful. There are only 5 in the past 25 years, so that's not so bad. These people are insane and don't
They're
listen to
mostly
them.
dead at this point.
Yeah, the the Mask of Zorro is amazing.
Yes.
All right, so here's a real important thing.
Yeah.
Robin? You need to take your mask off.
Whoa!
Robin, it's time. It's time to unmask yourself.
All right.
for the next movie.
Okay. I honestly, I wanted to let you guys all know I've been.
Your goddamn hand down.
This is a bit of a secret. What is this? Oh,
Put your
lower the
hand
hands.
up, and now the Zoom thinks you have a question, like an asshole.
I have a question, guys. I've been Robin the entire time.
What?
Like this has actually been me the entire time.
But I
yes.
was kissing Zorro.
You were also saying your
Oh,
confessions to me.
Wow. I'm so enraged.
I am shocked and scandalized.
I found your Zorro rude and unpleasant.
Well, I guess my response to that would be rude and unpleasant. So I guess I won't. I'm not taking your bait.
What's our next movie?
All right. Of course, I wrote something out for this. You ready? Of
course.
Here it is. Guys, I am here to put forth a movie from my childhood.
It sounds like, I love that you made it sound like you're talking to us.
I'm good. Guys, one of those films that lives rent-free in my head. When you think of great sword and sandals epics, your mind immediately goes to movies like Clash of the Titans or Spartacus. When you think of heroes, you think of unique names like Ben-Hur or Maximus. But I suddenly remembered a movie we don't even have on our sword movie list. It has the great stop-motion animation of Ray Harryhausen featuring fucking skeletons with swords. Something Sam Raimi obviously ripped off.
That's
Everybody knows. I'm calling for the renaissance of this movie that nobody ever talks about anymore. I'm talking about Jason and the Argonauts. It's not just a They Might Be Giants reference. It is a movie.
From 1963.
Yes. At the special ceremony for the Academy Awards, held 3 weeks before the 1992 Academy Awards, Ray Harryhausen honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award. Tom Hanks said at that presentation, some people say Casablanca or Citizen Kane. I say Jason and the Argonauts is the greatest film ever made. So Tom Hanks and myself are submitting for your pleasure, Jason and the Argonauts. I really hope everybody watches along because
there are a lot of
it's a classic from my childhood.
there are
I
a lot of classic actors that you won't know. Only person I knew is Honor Blackman. Pussy Galore is in this as Hera. Like everybody else, I'm sure is an actual, like in the 1950s and 60s was a big actor, but it's a bunch of nobodies. So I am excited to see a movie that's kind of like there's no star to pin this on. It's just going to be the action of the movie. I still remember this movie. I remember the swords. I remember the fighting with the skeleton men. I mean, this is the classic shit that no one because he invented Harryhausen came up with the skeleton guys. It's not part of the mythos.
It is.
He also invented the giant. Because he did for Clash of Titans,
the giant Talos.
He invented all the giant different stuff. Like he invented all this shit. And this stuff is not all like, oh, it's just from a Greek myth. It's all fine. He was making up this shit as they went. Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Yeah. I can't wait.
This is going to be like a film class right here because if you're looking at just the main feed movies, this is the oldest movie that we will have talked about. If you're including our TC boost, by the way, jump on Patreon, $2 a month. You get all those extra episodes. We have talked about one movie older than this. That was Rashomon from 1950. But other than that, we're going back to a golden era of filmmaking where the best effect was the one that a man had to use his hands and hours of grueling, back-breaking work.
Back when movies were good, Rick.
Yeah.
Right. And this cut right here is coming out right before Halloween, so everybody's wants to watch a Jason movie anyway. Might as well be Jason and the Argonauts, right?
And he did this movie. It's funny. He did this movie because he did the director John Chafee. He did a bunch of TV in the 70s. But he did, was it 63? He did this movie. He did 1 Million Years BC. That Jane Fonda movie. I'm trying to think.
No,
what else.
That's Raquel Welch.
Sorry, Raquel.
I
Welch,
watched all the Harryhausen.
I'm thinking of Barbarella, aren't I? I'm thinking of Barbarella.
Yes.
Completely
Yes.
different movie. But yeah, he did, and he also did an Adventures of Robin Hood, 7 episodes of the series back in the 1950s,
I will
and the
say,
Errol Flynn Theater. So he's got that swashbuckliness.
a surprise character in this movie, by the way, if you're not sold yet, Hercules. Hercules is just a random side character.
Hercules.
He's just one of the Argonauts.
Yeah.
And we're
Nice.
going to have so many go Argonaut, fuck yourself jokes. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
It's literally ancient Greek Avengers, more or less.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. I'm excited. Does it getting three swords do anything for him in the non-TC Boo? Does it give Rick any sort of power? The fact
No. Weird rules and rewards and stuff. That's just a Patreon thing.
It's just a job well done, I guess.
Good job.
Swords in the main feed just let people know that, stuff like Conan the Barbarian is better than Hawk the Slayer.
Sure.
Which normally people don't have to wonder about that, but just so people know exactly where we land.
Right.
But yeah,
And how long is this movie?
so Jason
Oh, God.
and the Argonauts is
1 hour 44 minutes, and it's G.
1 hour 44
It's our first
minutes.
G-rated movie, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
We are going to do 6 cuts, so the next 3 months will all be
take us
Jason
in
and the
the
Argonaut
holidays.
action.
We'll
Yes.
do into the holidays.
Bring Jason home for the holidays.
You can bring home your. You can roast some Argonauts.
Right.
I mean, that's the one thing I wasn't very clever in what I wrote, but the whole thing where it's just like, oh, these epic heroes like Maximus, and then we got it, and our hero's name is Jason. It's just like this regular guy, just a regular name for a huge like mythological hero. Anyway,
Well, was there a Greek hero named Jason?
Yeah.
Or was it
I mean, this is all based on
right? But did they change the name, like make it more,
maybe it's
European?
I don't
guess,
know.
at the time.
We'll be doing lots of research, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll dig into the mythology. So, all that being said, listeners, you have your marching orders. So join us because next time, in the time of ancient Greece, the power-hungry Pelias takes the throne of Thessaly by force, angering Hera in the process. 20 years later, he is rescued from a river by the very man prophesied to bring his downfall, Jason. In a bid to prolong his reign, Pelias encourages Jason to take on a perilous quest to recover the Golden Fleece at the end of the world. The epic story that was destined to stand as a colossus of adventure begins in Cut 1 of 1963's Jason and the Argonauts.
In 1963, the end of the world was Southern California. So, this is going to be interesting. They're going back to all the same places.
Oh, I forgot to mention, we're getting into the winter. Also, everybody's going to want to wear a fleece. Right?
Golden fleece?
Get that fleece. Get that golden fleece, everybody.
Yep, I can't wait. This is going to be fun. There's so many names. We're going to have to. This is going to take a while. We're going to have a key that explains each person's name and who they are. We might have to come up with fun nicknames for everybody. I'm excited.
We're definitely
good
going to have
choice.
fun.
Hercules
nicknames.
and the other guys.
When Robin
Yeah.
brought it up, I was kind of like, it's just going against kind of our 80s thing, but without this, so many things wouldn't exist. Fright
There's
Night
just so much fun stuff that
wouldn't exist,
Yeah.
which Robin loves. All the stop motion animation. So, yeah, I'm excited. Cool. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you then.
yeah.
See you, Argonauts.
Clang clang.
Cling, clang!
Clang, 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 clang,
Clang 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 clang. Quick, quick,
clang, clang,
quick.
clang.
Clang clang. Quick.